you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. So, happy new year. This is the first video of the year, fresh start. Today's video is about a topic I've wanted to talk about for a little while now. Some changes, explanations, and just a little bit of an update. So, why don't I make art anymore in my videos? I've been crocheting. I made this thing, but that's not the reason I don't make art anymore. Well, first and foremost, I do. Like, since Halloween, if you actually go back over my content, I have actually made artwork in like 5 of my videos since Halloween. So a year ago, I spent a few days painting my fiance's PlayStation 5. He asked me to do this because he knew I was looking for content ideas and he liked my artwork. So he was like, hey, do you want to paint my PlayStation? Feel free to go ahead when I'm at work. So I did. Painted it, filmed it, took several days doing the paintings, a couple days to do the editing, and I uploaded it, and 10 of 10, which means it was the worst upload out of my last 10 uploads at that point in time. A few weeks later, I uploaded a short video that was 28 seconds long with a few clips of me painting one stroke every like half hour. 54 million views! Are you kidding me? One of the comments that I get from time to time on my regular content is, why don't you make art anymore? Chloe, why don't you just make art? So I first want to preface this by saying I am in no way complaining. This video is literally just me explaining why I have not been painting much recently or making a huge amount of art in my content. It's not a woe is me, life is so hard, YouTube is so hard. YouTube is hard, mentally, okay, mentally and creatively, it is very challenging. It is tough, you know, you are relying on yourself to get good views in order to pay your bills. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I just got off an 18-hour shift doing brain surgery from the hospital, okay? And a lot of it is due to the fact that I do not enjoy making art at all. My enjoyment, it's gone. It's just poof. If you don't want to sit here and watch too long of a video, I've actually made 70 drawings over the last 3 months and I can't show it. I don't know if I've announced this yet on YouTube, but I'm actually making a book and it's going to be a published book. This is not self-published. I was approached by a publisher to make this book and I am so excited about it. It has taken up a huge amount of my time and I'm really excited about it. I think it's something quite unique. It's an art activity book. It's coming out this year, but not for a few more months. I will obviously keep everyone updated when that happens. But right now, my biggest burnout is from this, but it's not the only reason. But you look at all of my most popular videos by views and you will see that literally none of them are just me making a painting, just standard painting a canvas. They're pretty much just all me failing, trying things, opening things, and being silly. So I find it really funny when I get comments saying, you're an art channel, why don't you make some art? Because honestly, my channel has never been about that. My channel has always been me trying things out in some creative or artsy way, sometimes obviously making paintings. But I'm gonna be honest, whenever I upload a video that says, I painted or painting this, in the last couple of years, those videos have always performed very poorly. For me, honestly, I hate with a passion making art in content. I said it, I hate it. Making art and having to film it. It turned from me making artwork in videos to me doing it slightly less. And also, it's my job. So sometimes you just gotta put up, shut up, suck it up, you know, just do your job. But it is pretty degrading when you spend so long on content and you spend significantly less time on content that does so much better. I'm gonna be honest with you. My cortisol has been high the last nearly 2 years now since I've been getting it checked. And I know a lot of this is related to my PCOS. I don't think I've ever talked about that here. It's a blast. Actually, I have it pretty well under control now, except the cortisol. I just want to make sure I'm looking after myself. And my biggest goal this year is to do more of what I enjoy and really look after myself. My nutrition could absolutely be better. I have started up Hungry Root again, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. I'll talk about them in a second, but I did Hungry Root for about a year and then I moved and I just kind of fell off of it and never got back into it again. But we want a family one day and I know with my condition that may make it harder. And for me, my priority is to keep doing the things that I enjoy, but also look after myself, because at the end of the day, being able to live is more important to me than chasing the algorithm. So I'm taking my supplements, I am going for more walks, I am getting the sunlight in the morning.
It's funny because we'd actually planned to start up Hungry Root again in the new year before they approached me about sponsoring this video. This is a brand I fully stand by and have paid for and used myself and absolutely love. Hungry Root is an online grocery service that makes it easy to eat healthy, and what I love specifically is they have a quiz that lets you specify your dietary needs. Instead of just being like, oh, do you like this flavor? Do you like that flavor? They also support things like gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, vegetarian, and more. The quiz lets you say what flavors you like, your goals to eat more plants or to save money. They send you personalized deliveries with groceries with 10-minute recipes. They send you snacks, they send you meals, they send you lunches. And what I really love is that you often have leftovers as well. I have leftover sauces, ingredients for further meals. You can mix and match it with what's in your fridge, so sometimes maybe I'll add chicken for extra protein, or you can use the easy recipes they put together for you, and the more you use it, the more personalized it becomes. Hungry Root has over 2,000 recipes to discover, and it just makes things more simple. The first 100 people to use my code ChloeRose40 will get 40% off their first grocery order with Hungry Root. Use the link in the show notes or scan the QR code and use ChloeRose40 to get 40% off. And thank you so much to Hungry Root for sponsoring today's video.
And my theory is that people have the attention span of a spoon and therefore prefer artsy content because it is such a long drawn out thing. People prefer to see artwork. They just want to see boom, boom, complete. A lot of people don't want to just sit and watch the long stuff. But I do feel there is a place for the long art content. Like, I genuinely do. I think a lot of people that watch me for my actual art content are those people who tend to draw themselves and have it on in the background. I love to draw and have things on in the background. I think that's where that niche really comes in. That's why people that do shorts, reels, TikToks, that's why those channels tend to blow up quite easily, because people just kind of like follow because it's easy content to watch. But you don't get as involved in that content as you do someone that's made a long video. So a lot of it as well is just me being kind of, it's annoying. You know, you spend so long making artwork and it doesn't even perform as well as something you spend 5 seconds filming and editing and putting together. Why would I bother filming this whole drawn out process of me making artwork when I could just pick up my phone every hour for 3 seconds, film myself going on a line and putting my phone down again? The thing is, my favorite videos that I ever used to make were silly videos. I loved making skits. I loved filming them, I loved editing them, I loved writing them, I loved acting. I loved those videos, and they did quite well for me for a while before they kind of became, they were a little bit too short and I had to make longer content because YouTube was pushing the longer content. And you know, with YouTube, you always have to kind of chase the algorithm a little bit, otherwise your channel will just go. And my dream was to be a Disney artist, and I kind of put that on the back burner a little bit, but it is still a dream that I have. So I'm in this weird place of, what content do I make? What content do people want to see? Please do let me know. If there's something specific that you really love about my channel, please let me know. Do I continue sprinkling art videos in like I do now? Most likely this is what I'm going to keep doing regardless. Do I make more art but only put a lot of that into short form content? Why do people watch me? Why do people watch me? I don't know. Do I expand my niche into other things as well? At the same time, I want to start my store this year. I'm really passionate about starting my store. I have had pencil cases and mugs and cups sat there for about 2 years waiting to be sublimated with my artwork, and I have not done it yet. I want to bring back my brushes. I want to bring back all of these products that I have. The trouble is, I'm this person that has so many ideas and things that I really want to do, and I want to do it all now, but realistically, it's not realistic. Like, I want to make better videos. I want to make Disney art. I want to do my store. I want to set up a second channel about my store. And I think longevity-wise, products are really where I think I will do my best. Licensing and selling products in particular, I think, are really where it's going to benefit me the most. I'm getting married in a few months and I feel so settled. It is such just a peaceful feeling. We're not even in our forever home yet. We're renting right now, but I just feel so settled. Anywhere that I am with him is home. I also know that when I have had children, I'm just gonna wanna spend all my time with them. So I need to start setting things into motion now that will benefit me in the future to be able to make sure I'm ahead of content, because I'm certainly not gonna be stopping content. I'm not gonna kill my channel just because I've had kids, because this is my bread and butter, you know? I've built this up. This is my first baby, you know? YouTube is my first baby. I don't wanna ever affect that. So I just need to make sure that I am ahead of content, and preferably to have my store up and running. I don't know if I've ever said this before on my channel, but art became a therapy for me in 2015. My mum had a brain tumor. It's something that I struggle to talk about even to this day, but it was the hardest year of my life, hands down, and I really needed something to keep me busy. I've been doing kind of digital artwork for on and off for a few years at this point. It was really in 2015 when I sat down and I needed to stay busy. I drew Dean Winchester, and this Dean Winchester painting pretty much changed my life. Not just mentally did it help me to work on this piece that I spent 20 hours on, but it was because of this painting in the background of my thumbnail of my art hack video, it blew up, because people recognized the face and clicked on the video and said that they knew who was in my picture. That was the video my channel first got that boost. I went from, I think, 4,000 subscribers to about 32,000 in a few months. And from there, I was able to keep growing my channel. And I was so fortunate that art became my job. But because it became my job, it went from something that I really loved to do, I wanted to do, that was my therapy, to something that I had to do. And that might sound silly if you're someone that craves to do art as a job, but it definitely changes everything. And for me too, I was really only experienced with digital painting at the time. I literally, if you go back far enough on my channel, you can literally watch me learn to make art, because I hadn't done it before YouTube. Like physical artwork, I was literally learning to do it. My channel had started to blow up at this point. I was starting to make money, sponsorship started to come in, and I was there feeling very like imposter syndrome, because I was like, I can't draw that well yet. I can digital paint, but I can't physically draw that well. So I was working so hard to try and just like catch up with all these other people that I looked up to and thought was so good, and I just felt like such a noob. But it took me a while to realize that not everyone was there just for my artwork. They were more there for me. But right now, I am burned out. I'm so incredibly burned out. I find virtually zero enjoyment making art anymore. And I genuinely, for a long time, thought that I would have to move on from making artwork. And then when I was approached by the publisher to make this book, it was a real challenge. You know, I had about 3 months to do it. I had to do 70 different pages. And of course, me being me, I make it difficult for myself by also adding a story element to it. So I also had to just make everything more difficult for myself. Out of the 3 months, one of those months I spent in the UK because we went to see my grandma, and that was very difficult too, trying to sort of work around doing those things as well. So 70 drawings later that I did not have to film, I realized that I still love making art. I just don't give myself the opportunity to make it for me anymore, because I'm always making it for the views, for the content, for what I can get out of it. I'm not making it for me anymore. And I enjoy making videos, I enjoy making art, I just don't enjoy the two together.
So I'm editing this right now, and I realized I didn't really fully explain the number one reason why I haven't been enjoying making art and content anymore. A lot of it really is just down to the fact that I am a YouTuber who does art instead of an artist who does YouTube. And what I mean by that is my focus is never really on the art so much as it is the content. Like, I'm more worried about the camera still recording, the lighting, the audio, all those sort of tech things, more so than I am focusing on the artwork. And I think what it comes down to is I just miss making art. And, you know, obviously a simple solution would be, well, just make some art for yourself off camera then. But then I have this like mental block that's like, okay, you're making art, but it's wasted opportunity to make content out of it. You might as well be making content out of this artwork right now. And it's all just unnecessary pressure I put on myself. And that is pretty much just it. I'm focusing more on the content than I am the art. And because I'm not really immersing myself into the art as much, because I'm putting like a timetable on myself. I feel I have to get the artwork done in a certain period of time to make sure that obviously I'm not recording too much for the editing process. A lot of professional artists spend months on one piece, and I'm not making my best work. I know what I'm capable of if I have the time to do it, but I can't do that in every video. And even if I do, it doesn't even perform that well anyway, so it's kind of like, what's the point?
That's why I took up crochet, because I was like, you know what? I need a hobby and I friggin' love it. And I thought maybe I would try experimenting myself, not changing my content the way that I have it now, but also maybe broadening my niche a little bit. It's scary because it's like, I want to experiment, but I don't want to upset people. Like, I uploaded a video recently where I tried out that advent calendar. It wasn't art related, but it did exceptionally well for my channel. But I lost a lot of subscribers. I gained a lot of subscribers, but I also lost a lot of subscribers, so it kind of just balanced out. And it was one video that wasn't art related. People are that finicky. Like, it was one video that wasn't art related, okay? I wish that I had the luxury of being like, I'll just upload whatever I want. I'll stick to the same content over and over and over again and expect a different result, but that's just not how it works with YouTube, unfortunately. But there will be times where maybe I'll make content that some people don't like, some people may like it a lot, some people might not like it at all. With YouTube, you just have to keep adapting and changing and keeping up to date with trends, but you also have to stay yourself too. You only get one life. And if you have the option to live on maybe less, but then have more of a life, to me, it's a no-brainer. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. So yeah, I really hope this made sense. Thank you for sitting through listening to me talk about this. It means a huge amount to me. Thank you for so many of you who've been here since the start, whether you've been here since the start, a year, a month. I never want to have my channel ever change to the point where people just don't care to watch anymore. This channel will always be about creativity and art in some measure, because at the end of the day, it's because of the people that watch me. It's because of what I've made on this channel that I have gotten to where I have gotten to, and I'm never gonna change that. Just try some experiments. Doesn't mean I'm gonna change anything too much. I just might experiment a little bit. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. Happy New Year again. I hope this year is good to all of you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.